Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday. What's going on, people? This is Rob the Mad Hatter from the hashtag SBTVNation, sitting here talking to my boy, The Dream. Kid, what's up?
What's going on, Playboy? Another great night last night. Great show yesterday, as I got a lot of feedback yesterday from people in the nation and just want to see what's going on today.
Oh, definitely had you a little fooled there with the intro for a minute there, huh?
Never, son. I knew you were up to something. I knew I had to build into something incredible.
Starts off all slow like that and chill, you know what I mean? It had to go right into breezy, kid. This song is called Don't Wake Me Up because I'll be honest with you, I love doing a show and all, but it is pouring rain out here, guys, and on days like this, you know, you just kind of want to throw the blanket over your face and just continue to sleep and get up a couple hours later, you know what I mean? But since I got the biggest show in the world, I jumped right out of bed and got on the mic, kid.
Oh, good, brother. And every time, you know, on a daily basis, when you get up, you know, you think about Dragon and stuff, and then you go down and you look, and you just get, you know, I look at the sports, and I look at some of the sports news as I do my little preparation, and I get amped, man. I get so amped to come on and do my thing that, you know, the weather doesn't really bother me that much.
I got you, man. It's all good, dude. So what you want to talk about today, man? How about this little feud going on with your boy Money Mayweather and Ronda Rousey? It's kind of funny, actually.
Nah, it's the because money's just a jerk, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even know why she's feeding into him, but you know, he's just a clown. Well, I can make so much money and it's that. Yeah, dude. I can't wait like 3 years from now when like nobody cares about you anymore and you can't make any money anymore fighting, and then you just drift off into oblivion. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Because the time comes for all. Listen, the time comes for everybody. You know, very few people. You know, obviously you got your couple of greats that have a name. You know, guys like pioneers, obviously like Muhammad Ali. But when you think about all the boxers that have drifted off into oblivion, you know, since then, who were, you know, great boxers, and you know, you don't even hear about them anymore.
Yeah, definitely not. Well, apparently she said in a boxing match she would lose, but with a no-holds-barred match she would whoop his ass, kid. Which I think she would, to be honest with you.
I don't.
You don't think so, huh?
No, I don't.
All right. Whatever. It is what it is, man. So I don't know, man.
I'm sorry.
All right. Anyway, how about the Ohio State University, man? So, you know, it's I don't want to call it quarterback controversy, but you got Cardell Jones and JT Barrett going for the position. Urban Meyer, dude, is so undecided, man. For their first drill of training camp, he actually flipped a coin to see who was going to take the first snaps, kid.
I saw Urban yesterday. He loves being on TV. He knows who he's. Listen, do you really believe that Urban Meyer doesn't know who he wants to be the quarterback?
I think it's a real tough decision, man.
Nah, dude, it's not. Dude, Urban Meyer, that guy knows exactly what he wants to do. He's always 2 to 3 steps ahead of the game. Listen, he just wants to be on TV, wants a little bit more publicity, wants to make it into a big deal, put a little bit of attention on OSU and him, and make it all about him. Look, he's gonna, if he don't like either one, the best, then he'll use them both. I mean, he's not afraid to do that with the type of offense that he runs. And each guy could probably be moved intertwined and back and forth. So, dude, what's the big deal?
I get it. Well, the good news is that he's got a 1-2 punch right there, man. So if anybody's dusty at all, he could just throw the other guy in and laugh.
Which is what he's gonna do anyway. I hope they're both dusty. Did he really has a quarterback controversy?
All day. Yup, absolutely, man. Good times, man. Who do you got retweeting our show this morning already? I see some new faces out there, man. What do you got?
Hold on 1 second, man.
Yeah, no problem. I you know what? I always put you on. Dream's probably over there eating like a banana or something like that, drinking a coffee, putting his thing on mute real quick while he's chewing. I know what you got going on over there, player. All right,
we got our boy Gambaloo out there this morning retweeting us. Marlins out there, MG86, Joseph Del Rosario, all the faithful, Snoopy Bats, my boy Michelle X Sports, which is a new face. Welcome to the party. Vegas Girl 92661's out there. C. Rodriguez Jr., what's happening, Playboy? Rick Lopez. Perez. Good morning to you, my friend. Moneyline Hunter is out there. Irvin, can't forget him. Shy Picks is out there. Ciroc King J. My man Christos, face kicker, Sin City Maverick, Lone Star Ombre, Heavy 365, and the Canadian Capper as well as Big Split. Son, I love it because right now, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm getting inundated with like the sports books sending me their propaganda.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, right now, I'm in like the biggest back and forth with Bet Us, and I'm telling them about how, hey, you know, when I was trying to talk to you guys about your Dusty gift card 2 years ago, nobody wanted to talk to me. When I was talking about your fees, nobody wanted to talk to me. Now you want to be on here begging me to come on. Oh, sir, well, we changed a lot of things. I'm like, yo, kick Razaks.
I don't know, man. I love the gift card thing, dude.
No, the gift card thing's dope. The fees are dusty.
Oh, the fees. Yeah, every time you bring money out, it's like $25, kid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it is what it is, man. It's nice to get your money, like, you know, that night when you request it in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the issue is, like I said, and like I told them, I put the money on. I'm charged like 50 cents fee, and I know it's small. I am nitpicking a bit, but because it's not a lot of money. But still, in fact, the fact of the matter is, you put money on, you're charged a small fee for putting your money on by the bank or whatever, the processing fee. Then you go to pull money out and you're charged a fee too. But they get their money clean.
I got it, man. I got it. Well, you know what? That's why we got to move to Vegas, player. I already been teasing my bride about that, you know. But I'm testing the waters. I'm actually like, you know, in the back of my brain just being like, hey, you know, not for nothing. And my kid's all for it. My kid's on my side. He wants to go out there. So, you know, it's only a matter of time, player. Have you started prepping your bride for that yet?
I have not.
You have not. When are you going to start? Because it could happen tomorrow.
Well, if it happens tomorrow, it happens. And she knows that I want to get out of here in the worst way, be it Vegas, be it Texas, be it Florida. Three of my top three picks of getting out of Connecticut. But and she's gonna be hard getting her out of here. But
yeah.
Hey, when the time comes, if everything's right, we'll see.
Well, considering that our weather's already starting to change, dude, it's already starting to get a little chilly at night here in Connecticut. Guys, I think we got like 3 weeks of warm weather out here. Dead serious. It's awful, Dream. And it's August. It's already starting to get.
You gotta tell me, brother. You don't gotta tell me. You and I were just talking about it the other day, so you don't gotta tell me. Steelers kicker Sean Swissam has a torn ACL.
Oh, I know. He injured it in the Hall of Fame game, man. That sucks.
Yeah, no kidding.
What a game to do that, huh? He's out for the season. Done.
Unbelievable. So, hey, you know, the Steelers always manage to find a way, for the most part, to have a pretty decent season. I don't really know. I don't really like what I saw. I mean, obviously it's the Hall of Fame game, and, you know, it's the first one. And, you know, obviously, like I said, it's a game you're going to make mistakes. And it was, you know, the Vikings. But I'll be honest with you. I don't really love how the Steelers are coming out the gate looking.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, I watched bits and pieces of it. I didn't have money on that, obviously, so I was struggling a little. I was going back and forth between that and the Pittsburgh Pirates game. But did you say that it did like record numbers or something?
Wait, hold on. Wait. Time out. Did you just say it was between that and the Pittsburgh Pirates game?
Yeah, the baseball. They were playing the Dodgers. And it was pretty exciting, yo. And they had 9 runs.
Homie, the clown bat. They hit you on your head. Yeah, according to I believe it was ESPN, and I don't want y'all to quote me, but I'm almost sure that this is right. They said that the preseason football game in ratings, it had more views than the last game of the Stanley Cup.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is.
That is crazy,
I
man.
believe that I read that on Sports Center yesterday. So I don't quote me on that 100%. I'm like 75%. I may have missed something in the reading. Maybe I missed a stat. Maybe it was. I know that they compared it. Matchup though. I'm almost positive it was the last game of the Stanley Cup though.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Hey, you know what? It is what it is, man. And, you know, football obviously dominates the rankings, kid.
Dude, you know what I love is I love this, you know, and I laugh about this all the time. Everybody cries broke, you know. I hear about, you know, overtaxation and the economy's all bad and everything. All right. And then I go to a restaurant on Monday and there's a 20-minute wait. All right, everybody's out eating. Okay, I go to the mall like during the week, it's packed. I'm like, who's working and when do they work? You know, this year looks like, to be honest with you, Vegas and Costa Rica or whatever are locking into probably one of their. This looks like it's going to be a record-breaking season again. People look like they really have missed football, you know, as usual, and are going to go ham the first month with this football thing. Everybody's supposed to be so broke. So it's just like such a contradictory to me because you know what I mean? I just don't necessarily know that I believe it.
Well, you know what? All I can say to you guys is be careful, man, like the first couple of weeks of football, because you know damn well that there's going to be some surprises, some spoilers. It happens every year, like week 1, week 2, week 3. You know, you're going to think like the Green Bay Packers are going to be awesome. Maybe they drop that, you know, they go like 1-2 to start off or something like that. Everybody gets smoke showed. You already know that's going to happen, Dream, to one of these elite teams.
Oh, of course.
And then one of the booty teams is going to be incredible. You already know that. So, you know, keep that in the back of your brains, guys. Just be very careful. Don't start yourself in a hole right out of the gate, week 3.
Don't like what I'm seeing. I gotta just say, you know, and obviously there's a lot more to watch. There's a lot more football, a lot more stuff to get together. But the Steelers did have some issues as far as some defensive issues on their team. Look at Yados and stop crying about your weather. That's absolutely funny. But the Steelers had some deficiencies with their defense last year that they needed to make, you know, maybe address. I don't necessarily know that they addressed them in the offseason. So it's going to be interesting to watch them this year, keep a little eye out on them as they have a pretty tough schedule as well.
Of course, man. Of course. I think the Baltimore Ravens will be all right this year again.
Yeah, the Ravens should be decent. You know, they made a couple of moves. I agree with you. The Baltimore Ravens will probably be okay this season.
All right, and you know, who else do you think is going to emerge? Let's talk AFC real quick. So you're really big on the Colts and Andrew Luck, huh?
I'm really big on the Colts and Andrew Luck. I think it's their coming out party. I like the acquisitions that they made on offense. They're another team too, though. I do need to see, you know, they do need to make a couple of changes. Well, they needed some big changes on their defense as well. So I'll have to take a look at that and see what's going on with them as far as that's concerned.
And then your boy Peyton Ball, man, I'm pretty anxious to see. I mean, do you think he's going to get any snaps whatsoever in the 4 or 5 preseason games that they have?
Yeah, definitely. He will.
I want to see some. I want to see him in action, kid.
Okay.
I want to see him in action.
I want to see him in action for what, son?
I just want to get a look at him after the little leg injury or whatever the hell he had last year. He was claiming that he had, you know, the injury.
Payton will be fine, man.
Payton will be fine. I know he'll be fine.
The last guy we're worried about. I see my man Killer Cam got into it with his cornerback.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Guys, my assistant's coming in today. What we're going to do is we're actually going to make a video and post it to our YouTube channel with Killer Cam fighting his teammates. And I guess somebody picked him off in training camp or something like that, and he got all upset about it. And they were scuffling all around. So we're going to make a video on it and post it on our YouTube channel, dude. Dream, I think that's what we're going to do. All the relative stuff that's going on, all the controversial stuff, all the craziness. I think I'm going to have Rays make some videos and throw it on our YouTube channel. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Yeah, of course, man. Got it. So, guys, what do you want to do, Dream? I mean, we got to get right into the baseball. There's 15 games on a ticket, man. Yesterday was one of the smallest cards out there.
Yep, and I got yesterday was it ended up being a no play for me. You guys know I like the Mets for the series, the Arizona Diamondbacks for the series, and the Kansas City Royals for the series. I was about to say Chargers and Chiefs. And I didn't end up taking any, as I didn't like everybody was over 200.
Oh wow.
So I didn't like any of the numbers, and of course every one of them won.
Yeah, of course. That's how it goes, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I did have
I remember you telling me about the Phillies being the hottest team in baseball coming in and
they
got 13-3.
Well, they are. They still are, man. They're what? Well, they're outside of
13-3.
I know outside of Toronto, the Philadelphia Phillies are one of the hottest teams in baseball right now.
No doubt. You could be hot, son. You could be hot for a game or two. You got beat 13-3, son.
They did. Right? I know. That's almost like the Arizona Cardinals. That's about how much they put up on with who was that guy on the who was their third string quarterback that we always laughed about?
The Cardinals?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, man.
What was his name? Oh, dude. Wow, you caught me for a loss. You caught me for a spin.
I know. I've been trying to think about it, too.
But we had Fathead Harangue on him yesterday. He got beat out.
Yeah, Harangue has been getting smashed, man. I don't know what's going to go on with him. He's almost going through a run like CeCe did, you know?
Yep,
But, all right, let's jump right into it and see what we got going on, guys. So, all the games start at 7 o'clock. 7:07 is the earliest game, and everything is during the nighttime. We got 4 at the 10 o'clock hour and 1 at 9:40. So a lot of late games gives you plenty of time to take a look at your future plays, take a look at your odds all day long, take a look at the roster, see what you got going on. The weather in the East Coast is a little shaky, but all I see is the Mets playing on the East Coast. Right now, I don't even see where are the Yankees here? The Yankees are away, so, take a look at your weather and see what you got going on, guys. But I can tell you in Connecticut right now, it is downpouring. We're expecting about 2 inches of rain out here. So, Oakland at Toronto. Dream. The Toronto Blue Jays, man, listen to this. So, I was locking them in. I got them at like 30s to 1, 32s to 1, I'd say about a month and a half ago. Been following them or whatever. So one of the books capped me off at 16 to 1. I was telling you this on Friday night when we got together. So they go in and they beat the Yankees 3 times. Dude, it goes from 16 to 1 down to 8 to 1 in 3 victories, bro. Cut the odds in half. They're like one of the odds-on favorites to win the World Series now, the Toronto Blue Jays.
Wow.
What do you think about them? You think they're gonna make some noise? I mean, that front, that top 4, any one of them can hit a home run at any time.
Right.
So
I don't.
You don't think so, huh?
No, but we'll see what happens. But I don't. But dude, I'm the wrong guy to really ask about this baseball thing. I haven't really watched a lot of them. I know what they just did to the Yankees, but I haven't seen a lot of this Blue Jay team this year. I don't know. I've got no clue. So I'm not really the right guy to ask about that.
Got it. I'm gonna switch this music up real quick while we go through the baseball card. We got Oakland at Toronto, and Oakland's got Kendall Graverman on the mound, and Toronto has Drew Hutchinson. Toronto kid minus 210 with an under/over of 8.5. What do you got here, brother?
All right, we got Hutchinson with a 10-2 record with a 5.42 ERA. The Blue Jays are 61-52 all around, 36-21 at home. We got Graverman on the mound for the Athletics. He is 6-7 with a 3.90 ERA. The Athletics are 61-62 all around, 24-28 on the road. I've got no opinion here. I don't know. Maybe you do.
All right, let me take a look at this. Toronto, that is pretty heavy juice, but you guys know why. I mean, this team can definitely hit the ball, man. 5.28 runs a game. But their team ERA is over 4 runs, man. 4.14. Now, the Oakland A's, they don't scare you offensively. They're okay. 4.10 runs a game, but they are 11 games under 500. They're traveling all the way to Toronto. Going to be playing in the Dome. The total's going under in 10 of the last 15 Oakland games, and believe it or not, 6 of the last 8 Toronto games. Toronto 5-0 in their last 5, and I believe they won a bunch more than that in a row. When you look at this, Toronto is 2-5 in the last 7 when playing Oakland, surprisingly, man. Drew Hutchinson with a 5.42 ERA, man, he's got a 10-2 record. It's absolutely outstanding for an ERA like that. I mean, it's just the run support he's getting is crazy with this team. I don't know, man. This Oakland A's team is pesky. I expect Toronto to do something here and get the job done, but I just don't know if minus 210 is something appetizing for me. If anything, you get that down to a -1, but for some reason, man, I see this Oakland A's team being a little pesky, so I may stay away from it, Dream.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, no, I'm not going nowhere near this game. I don't really like it. I'm good right now with baseball unless I see something that really sticks out. I missed the 3 yesterday that I really liked because I didn't like the numbers, and I pulled out of it. Kind of regretting that a little bit, but hey, you never regret a bet you don't make. But as far as anything else concerned, I've got to go real easy, man. We got literally, now you can see the finish line. There's 2 weeks till football starts, so and then not only is it 2 weeks till football start, but then a couple of weeks after that, serious baseball starts. So
right.
I mean, I will get involved with baseball definitely in the playoffs. I definitely like the series bets and the in the playoffs, and maybe a little bit of small futures work at that point when I actually have an idea. Because I'm not like no knock on you, and not to be disrespectful, but like I'm not one for taking like the Marlins like in May to win the World Series. So I'd more like to see the field of who's in the playoffs and then try to make my decision from there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I could tell you right now that I the teams that look like, I mean, unless they lose like 60, 70% of the games, St. Louis is going to be in. Kansas
Dodgers.
City will be in. Not the Dodgers. I don't want to say the Dodgers.
Dodgers are in, bro. I know. Love you don't want to talk about my Dodgers.
I get the Dodgers are, they got that 1-2 punch with Greinke and Kershaw. Kershaw and Greinke, my bad. I get it, but I just don't know, man. I mean, there's
the Dodgers' record, St. Louis, they're second. They got the second best record in baseball.
Yeah, you got to look at how far ahead they are in the division. That's what I'm getting at. So, I mean, the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think, will definitely get in. I think the St. Lucia Cardinals obviously will get in. I don't know what their magic number is, but and Kansas City, I think those are the three teams that you can almost guarantee will be in the playoffs, especially with their respective records the way they are, unless, like I said, they lose anywhere from 60 to 70% of their games going forward. So, which I just don't see that happening. The New York Yankees at the Cleveland Indians. New York Yankees have Luis Severino, who's that rookie, man, that pitched pretty good in his last outing, even though he did lose. I think he let up 2 runs versus the Red Sox. Cleveland has Carlos Carrasco. Cleveland minus 120 with an under-over of 7 runs, Dream. What you got there?
All right, we got my man Carrasco on the mound, 11-8 with a 3.76 ERA. Severino was 0-1 with a 1.80 ERA. The Yankees are coming off of a behind whipping that they caught from the hands of the Toronto Blue Jays, but I expect them to bounce back in heavy favor tonight. As the Yankees are 61-49 overall, they are 29-28 on the road. The Indians 51-59, and they're 22-33 at home. Guys, this is one, like I said, I'm not getting involved for a lot of money. I'm not playing it, but I could tell you that I like the Yankees to bounce back in this series. I actually like them to bounce back in this game. This kid Severino was pretty sharp in his first outing. I expect this to be just as good. The Indians bats definitely don't scare you. We're looking for the Yankee bats to wake up. I'm expecting the Yankees to get in here and get this done, and pretty convincingly, as they need to get back on track.
Yeah, Cleve's no good, man. What's their home record?
Cleve is 22-33 at home.
I knew it was bad at home. I knew it was bad. I expect the Yankees to win this series. I really do. But they are, they're 1-4 in their last 5 games. I get it, but I expect them to do their thing and get the job done with this particular series, Dream. Let me just take a look at some other trends that we got here, and we'll go from there. The New York Yankees, if you look at them, guys, in the last 20 games when playing the Cleveland Indians, they are 14-6 straight up. But in the last 6 games when playing Cleveland, there's 2-4, Dream. Interesting. All the trends are kind of all over the place here, guys. Cleveland is 3-9 straight up in their last 12 games at home. So I don't like this one here. But I think the Yankees is a good series play, man.
I think it's a pretty good series play as well. I like them today, too. You got them plus money, right?
Let me take a look. They are even money plus 100, kid.
Yeah, I kind of like him plus 100 today. In this game as well. This kid was sharp. In his coming out, Severino. I know Carrasco's on the mound and he's not any joke. He's not that bad either. With a 11-8 with a 3.76 ERA. I said I wanted to chill and then boom. So here we go right out of the gate. Second game, I'm already liking something.
Son, you got the sickness, kid.
Yeah, no doubt. I always talk about I got the sick. You guys know I always tell you that I have the disease. I have a gambling problem. We obviously know that. I've got it like everybody else has it. If you gamble for any amount of time, I mean, you could make light of it as you want. It's what we got. It's unfortunately it's an addiction. But that doesn't mean that my addiction is out of control. You know what I'm saying? I also like to drink, on the weekends, and I drink here and there. I wouldn't call myself a full-fledged alcoholic, but I'm a drinker. I have the addiction with alcohol as well. Yeah, I am. I like this Yankee game tonight. I may find a way to get some money on this.
Sounds good, man. I mean, you got to, even money with the Yankees. That doesn't happen that often. I guess they're looking for, Severino hasn't started on the road yet, dude. So
True.
I'd like to get an idea what he's going to do. I mean, like I said, at home, in that electric atmosphere in Yankee Stadium, obviously he was dope. So let's go into the next one and see what we got. We got Colorado at the New York Mets. New York Mets won and covered the run line last night. And they got Mr. Matt Harvey on the mound today versus Colorado's Chris Russin. New York Mets minus 250 with an under-over of 7. Dream. The Mets minus 250, bro. I don't know about that.
It's that dusty, rocky team with the Russin. Not having to play. It should say Rusty. He should be Rusty. Harvey's 10-7 with a 2.76 ERA. The Mets are 39-18 at home. Great home record. The Rockies are coming in there 22-34 on the road. Rustin's 3-4 with a 4.66 ERA. Guys, I like the Mets for the series, but the numbers were heavy. Obviously, you got yesterday's one with Nice. Now you got Harvey and Syndergaard going. So that was like easy money almost, and I didn't do it. But whatever. What are you gonna do? There's no crying over spilt milk. So I'll just keep it moving.
And one thing I got to tell you guys, remember what I said. Watch the weather here. Right now, it's looks like it's 71 and cloudy in New York, but if this storm is on its way over there, this game is definitely not going to be played. Colorado 4-8 straight up in their last 12 games, and 6-16 in the last 22 games on the road as well, dude. So, the Mets are 8-2 in their last 10 games and 4-1 straight up in the last 5 at home. Mets should get the job done here. I just don't like, dude. I can't see the. I know the Mets are dope, and I know everybody's doing playing cheerleader for the Mets right now, and they're starting to be fun to watch a little bit. But I just don't see them giving minus 250. I'm gonna have to talk to the evil genius about this one, dude, because for some reason it's got me a little nervous, man. This Colorado team, all of a sudden can put up a 4-run inning on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of makes you nervous. So I'm going to stay away from that, guys. The next one we have Boston at beautiful Miami. Boston is, Stephen Wright is on the mound. Miami has Justin Nicolino. Boston's slightly favored, minus 115 with an under-over of 7.5. And Boston, guys, is without their closer, man. Koji. I want to pronounce his name right. Ueha, I believe that's how you pronounce it, has a fractured wrist. He's saved 25 games for them. He is out, and he is going to be out probably for the rest of the year with that, man. He got a shot off Kinsler's bat on Friday, and I think he's going to be out of the lineup, man. So they're struggling to find a new closer to replace him here, Dream. Wow. So, look at these respective pitchers' ERAs and talk to me, man.
All right. I'm sorry, I just lost picture on my screen for a minute.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Do you have it in?
I do, yeah. Stephen Wright is 3-4 with a 3.99 ERA, and Justin Nicolino for the
1-1. Got it. 1-1 with a 4.09 ERA. Don't ask me what happened to my screen. It just blinked out for a minute. The Marlins are, I'm sorry, guys, 44-68 all around, 26-20-30 at home. The Red Sox are 50-62 all around, 23-34 on the road. Wright is 5-4 with a 4.12 ERA.
Miami 1-6 in their last 7 games and 1-7 in the last 8 games at home. I know they were doing halfway decent at home before the stretch, Dream.
They were. I don't think the Red Sox record is any better.
Oh, no, the Red Sox are really bad, man. 3-10 in their last 13 games on the road. But they are 5-0 in the last 5 when playing Miami, so it seems like they have their number, bro.
You know what is cool, though, to be honest with you, because the Red Sox guys, they're a little bit, they got a little bit of that cowboy fan in them. It's so great on the East Coast because when the Red Sox are winning, like, you get, like, hit with so much Red Sox banter. And it's so nice that they've been quiet all summer.
And and I got to be honest with you, speaking of that, I mean, the New York Mets fans are not that obnoxious.
No, because you know why? Because they're so used to their team collapsing that they're just like keeping their mouth shut, keeping their finger crossed, and tiptoeing because they are so used to that team making them look like fools, and having an epic fall off that they're just. But the Mets fans have always been relatively respectful and quiet. I think for the most part
they have.
As far as baseball is concerned, the East Coast. The Red Sox fans are definitely the worst.
Absolutely. Oh, totally, dude. I mean, my boy John, man. No matter what, the Red Sox could be in the place they are right now, and they're like, they're going to make a run. Don't worry. They're going to make a run. Don't worry. They're winning. Every opening day, they're going to win the whole thing.
The Red Sox fans are the Yankee fans. They're just snobs and used to winning. So it's like they don't even pay. They pay attention to it and they talk about it, but it's just like this snobbish kind of thing. But the Red Sox fans, they're like.
Guys, you know what? Boston's slightly favored in this matchup. I just can't bet either team right now. I don't know how you can, to be honest with you. Guys, if you have a side on this particular game, let me know, because I am completely lost with both of these teams, how bad they've been, man. Speaking of a couple of other bad teams, man, you got the Atlanta Braves coming into the Tampa Bay Rays, kid. Atlanta, Williams Perez on the mound with Tampa Bay's Erasmo Ramirez. Tampa Bay minus 190. With an under-over of 7. Dude, Tampa Bay has no business giving anybody 190. I don't care who it is. What do you got here?
Ramirez is 8-4 with a 3.83 ERA. The Rays are 56-56, 29-31 at home. The Braves are 61-60. Wait a minute. I can't even read this. I'm sorry. 51-61 all around, 21-38 on the road. Perez is 4-2 with a 4.48 ERA. I agree with you. Tampa Bay's got no right giving the Braves any money. However, the Braves, they just stink now all of a sudden. I mean, they really fell off.
They were all right, man, for a minute there, but
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then it's like, what? Like, they just said, all right, we're good.
I know exactly, man. When you look at them, man, in the last
football,
they want to go.
Can't wait for football.
They want to go see the Booty Falcons play. Kid. Atlanta 6-12 in their last 18 games, guys. Wow. Unbelievable. Now, Tampa Bay is trying to turn their season around here. 5-2 in the last 7. Tampa Bay is a 500 team, and I don't know, man. I dude, in that AL East, man, the Yankees are better. The Toronto Blue Jays are better. The Baltimore Orioles are better, period. Everybody's better than them, so I don't think this team is going to make any noise whatsoever. I mean, they just don't have the bats, guys. They're 3.71 runs a game, and Atlanta's 3.76. They're not much better, man. When you look at this, though, surprisingly, the overs have been the trend here, man. Overs gone in the last 5 of the last 7 Atlanta games, and 5 of the last 5 Tampa Bay games have gone over, believe it or not. But when I look at that putrid offense of Tampa Bay, guys, even though all the trends point over, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Even with these ERAs being kind of middle of the road between these two pitchers, I just don't want to do it, man. So Tampa Bay 4-2 in their last 6 games at home, and I don't know. I mean, if anything, Dream, I'm almost tempted to take a shot with Atlanta as an underdog at plus 165, but I'm not. That would be me if this was the only game and I had to put a gun to my head. But I'm not betting the game, guys. But for the most part, I think that if you're going to do it at all, Tampa Bay has no business giving 190. I'm just saying. Next one we have is Milwaukee coming into the windy city of Chicago, playing the Cubs. Milwaukee has Taylor Jungmann on the mound, and the Cubs have Dan Herron getting his second start, I believe, for the Cubs. What do you got here as far as pitchers? I know that the Cubs are minus 150, and I don't have a total yet.
I don't either. The Cubs got Herron on the mound, 7-7, 3.49 ERA. The Cubs are 62-48 all around, 31-24 at home. The Brewers are 48-66 all around, 24-29 on the road. Youngman is 6-3 with a 2.26 ERA for the Brewers.
All right, my boy Doc is all over here. He's saying it is risky to bet the Red Sox, especially with the closer out. Hashtag Dumpster Nation. Dude, I totally agree with you on that game, man. I think there's better games on the ticket here. While I'm pulling this up, Dream, who else you got retweeting our show? Because it's getting kind of crazy on Twitter today.
Is it, brother?
Yes.
I love that you keep sticking me out with that, by the way.
Keep it pulled up. Yo, you know what? No, you know what, man?
My thing doesn't work that way.
I love that you got nothing to allude to with baseball. What are you doing over there?
My thing doesn't work that way, because if I go, son, just don't be.
I'm doing the music. I'm breaking down. Well, hold on. Your boy's doing the music. Your boy's breaking down the MLBs. Your boy's reading the lines. All you got to do is read pictures in ERAs, kid. Come on.
But I read, but it's a whole nother screen I have to go to. So now I got to get out of that and go over to the screen for the tweet. Can you let me handle my end, please? Am I over here complaining about your dusty music? Playing your little club tracks like it's the 70s right now.
I'm about to go.
It had to monopolize the music too, y'all. Whenever he got tracks that he likes that are controversial on the edge, they get played, and my tracks get thrown in the garbage. Like, oh, nah, dude. I don't like that.
What do you? All right, on air request right now. What do you want to hear?
Anyway, no. Go on, we're good. Anyway, I want to hear Survivor, the Locks. You know, I always want to hear the Locks.
All right, I got you with Locks. All right.
Or some Jigga. Give me something. Hey, what to thank Cloud Man Swag out there for retweeting the show. 808's the Niner Nation. What's up, player? Niner Nation. Get ready. Your friend's going to be in your behind all season. The ones that don't like the 49ers going to be all over you, brother. I'm going to be right there with you taking the steam, so we can handle it. Super Mario's Locks. What's up, Holiday King of Spreads? Total Sports Edge. Good morning to you, too, as well. JDH24 is out there. Jason Riley, KMVU, Slick Rick, Jordy's Best, Yippa82, Mo Abernathy's out there, J-Cast, JCG, Rose, Tip Talker, P for Prez Dog, Benjamin Rowe, Lucas Wilbanks, Buddy the Dog, Tay, Gam Lou, Marlon, MG86, Joseph Del Rosario, Stoopy Betts, Michelle X Sports X, Vegas Girl 92661 is out there. C. Rodriguez Jr., Rick Lopez, Moneyline Hunter, Irvin, Chai Picks, Ciroc King J. Christos, Face Kicker, Sin City Maverick, Lone Star Ombre, Heavy 365, the Canadian Capper, and Big Spleeds Picks. Guys, thank you so much for retweeting the show as Haddock keeps putting me on blast.
Definitely. All right, man. Let me get you some Jigga. How about that?
Oh,
all right.
Got me feeling like I'm in the 70s right now with the Bee Gees. Dude, do you remember? You know what? Me and my wife were talking last night. We were in the car. I'm going to go way back. And when I say this, some of you guys that know what I'm talking about are going to fall out of your chair. Do you guys remember when cars, you used to be able to switch the high beam light off the button on the floor? It used to be right underneath your emergency brake.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, man. I know you're a lot. You're older than me, man. So I don't know. I don't remember
cars,
that.
You used the high beam light because my wife. I had my wife. We were out last night shopping, and I let her drive my car. And she was hitting the lights back and forth on the side and going back and forth, and it was a little crazy. So anyway, I was telling her that cars you used to be able to control that with your left foot. It used to be right underneath the emergency brake to turn the high beam on and off. And she's like, no way, I don't believe that. I'm like, yeah, trust me, that's how cars used to be. She's like, no, well, why they change? I'm like, I don't know why they changed it, but they used to be like that.
Got it, man. All right, let me go to the next one here and see what we got.
Who knows how to drive a Standard anymore, too? I mean, you don't know how to drive one either, huh?
Nope.
I was probably the last era because I remember it being in my dad's Standard and me and him having like the blowout fight of our lives. And my dad's a big dude, but he's a pretty big guy, especially back then, obviously. And it was like, that's back when you could beat your kids and it was just a joke. It wasn't like now where they call the National Guard in and make it a big deal. You could get beaten. Because the stuff that happened to me, that stuff that Adrian Peterson did, like, forget it. That's like nothing compared to the beatings that I got. But that era's gone, and maybe we're better, maybe we're not, who knows. That's a whole nother topic of discussion. But my dad is trying to teach me how to drive the car in Standard, and I'm like messing it up because in the Standard the biggest deal is getting it in first and get going on a hill, because the car, like, it falls back a little bit and you got to keep going. And when you're first learning how to do it, it's like a nightmare. Trust me, it's like a nightmare. And I know this generation, everybody would just be getting be backing into people, but nonetheless, I go to put it in first, and this is like the 80th time we did it. We're on the hill, and the car's rolling back, and he's like, put the brake on, stop the car. And I'm just sitting there letting it roll, and we hit a tree. My dad is like irate with me, jumps out of the car, grabs me, throws me out of the car like across the road and stuff. I'm like looking like, oh my God, he's gonna kill me, please stop.
That's funny, man.
But anybody with any age, some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, but anybody with some age on them will remember, because back in the day, your father taught you how to drive. You went to driving school. I mean, stuff has changed so much. Not knowing if it's for the better or for the worse, but your old man taught you how to drive, you know, if he was there, or a father figure, whatever have you. And it was always very interesting because you're at the point, you know, at 16 years old where you're thinking you're a man. Or somewhat, and you think you beat up a couple of guys, so you figure that but you never beat your dad still at that age. It's like just that whole headbutting thing at that particular point in your life. It just bring back some fond memories for me.
Cool deal, man. Cool deal. So looking at the Brewers and the Cubs here, Taylor Jungmann's been pretty decent, but in his last outings, you know, I remember him being like. Let me take a look here. We got him, Taylor Jungmann. This is for the pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, guys. One of the bright spots on the team, surprisingly. 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs versus San Diego. Got the W there. Doesn't really say much considering that the San Diego Padres are absolute garbage right now. He did pitch against the Cubs about 12 days ago, though, guys. He did have 7 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned with 7 strikeouts. I think the Cubs will beat them. The problem is, Dream, I've had some really bad luck betting the Cubs this year, man. You know? Milwaukee has definitely fallen off, man. They went on that little run there for a minute about 3 weeks ago, and just have fallen off ever since. 5-11 in their last 16 games, but they're 4-2 in their last 6. So I don't know. I mean, this is an interdivision matchup here, guys. You know, the Cubs are 10-1 in their last 11. They're another one of the hottest teams in baseball, surprisingly, Dream. They just beat up on the San Francisco Giants. And
they got hot after getting swept by the Phillies.
Yeah, I know, right? Definitely. So, you know, the Cubs are superior in pretty much everything. Minus 150, I don't think that's that bad for them. But for me, I'll take a look at this a little further. I'm just a little gun shy with the Cubs. I have to be honest with you, man. You know, if I didn't get punched in the face so much and I wasn't so butthurt by them, I probably would take them in this particular matchup. But, you know, maybe I'll do a -1 with them and get that at a plus money play, like a plus 120. That's something I may take a look at, guys. I'll get back to you on it. We got the Texas Rangers at the Minnesota Twins, man. A couple of teams both hovering around the 500 mark on the outside looking in the AL wildcard race. Texas have Giovanni Gallardo on the mound, and Minnesota. Minnesota's got to be dying to get home. They're finally home here, Dream. They've been getting destroyed on the road, man. Kyle Gibson, Minnesota minus 125 with an under-over of 8.5. And I got to be honest with you guys, you know, they wanted to come home, and that's all well and good. But the problem is that they got the Texas Rangers coming into town, who are 8-3 in their last 11 games. So not like it's going to be any easier for them. So what do you got there, Dream?
We've got the Minnesotas have Gibson on the mound. He's 8-9 with a 3.78 ERA. The Twins are 55-56, 34-22 at home. The Rangers are 56-56, 32-26 on the road. Gallardo is 8-9 with a 3.47 ERA.
Rough game here, guys. I'm going to tell you why. I mean, the Minnesota Twins are really dominant at home. They do their thing. They're one game under 500 now, though. They have been sliding and sliding and sliding. Dude, you remember when they were 10 games over? They were 10 games over 500 about a month ago, dude. And they have just been absolutely dreadful ever since, man. Just that road skid. I mean, you know, let me just take a look at what they did on the road, guys. I know they're coming home, but this is really important to see what this team has done in their last few games here. They are, let's see, they lost, let's see, in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're 2-8 in their last 10, Dream. It's tough to bet a team like this right now. The Texas Rangers, guys, you know they hit the ball, man. They are a 500 team with a 4.48 runs per game average offensively. Totals going over in 4 of the last 5 Texas games on the road and 6 of the last 9 Minnesota games at home. When you look at these respective ERAs, let me look at the total here. What's the total? 8.5 seems like a lot of runs, man. I was hoping to get that at like an 8. Wow, tough game here. I think Minnesota does get the job done, but when a team is this bad, guys, you can't bet them, man. I'll be honest with you. And Dream, I think you know, just with our history of baseball, man, you got to kind of wait for them to catch that first win to get their mojo back. Don't you agree?
Yes, 100%. That's one thing I have learned with baseball the hard way is don't wait till they get the win. Don't try to.
Yeah, because they're probably like, I mean, you know, you watched than be in the lead of the wild card race and then just start dropping games and games and games. And then before you know it, now they're like 4 games out of the wild card, something crazy like that. So I don't know, man. That's really tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. And this is the beginning of, let me see how many games they're going to have at home coming up for all you Minnesota Twins fans. They are finally at home now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. And then they got to go to the New York Yankees stream and at Baltimore. Ouch. They have to win these home games if they got a shot at all. They have to win them. So you got and dude, I found them at 200 to 1. So one of the books dropped them all the way to 200 to 1 to win the World Series. So something to take a look at, guys. That's a pretty good, for a team that's only 4 games out, that's pretty good odds. Detroit at Kansas City. Detroit, Anibal Sanchez. Kansas City, Yordano Ventura. Kansas City minus 153 with an under-over of 8 runs. What you got here, Dream?
All right, we've got, let's see here. Mr. Ventura is 6-7 for the Kansas City Royals. He has a 5.29 ERA. The Royals are 67-48 all around, 44 all around, 38-18 at home. Sanchez is 10-9 with a 4.82 ERA. The Detroit is 54-58 all around, 26-28 on the road. KC got the game yesterday, so they're looking for to get another one maybe today. And KC needs to get themselves back on track as well. Don't really like today's matchup though in this particular game, which was another one of the reasons why I was kind of with the series. Didn't really want to go against Anibal Sanchez, even though he hasn't been that great. 10-9, 4.82 ERA is not an impressive. But Ventura hasn't been really good either at all this year as well. 6-7, 5.29 is his number. So I didn't really want to get involved in it today. So I don't have any recommendation for this game. I don't know about you.
Very puzzled that the under-over is only 8 runs. Mm-hmm. When you look at these respective ERAs, man, I mean, Ventura has an over 5 ERA, and Sanchez is just under 5. Both of these teams know how to hit the ball, man. I know Detroit, on the road has not been that great as of late, as far as scoring is concerned. But both teams average over 4 runs a game. And the Detroit Tigers bullpen is absolutely atrocious. And you know that the 17 of the last 25 Detroit Tiger games on the road have gone over. With an under-over of 8 runs, Dream, I'm very tempted to take the over in this matchup. I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. I will get back to you on it, but we'll go from there. I see some fireworks here, man. Maybe like a 7-4 or like a 6-4 or something like that. 5-4. I think I'm going to take a shot with the over, man. I'll get back to you guys on it. The next one we have is the LA Angels at the Chicago White Sox. LA has Hector Santiago. The White Sox have Carlos Rodon. LA minus 130 with an under-over of 8 runs. Dream. What you got here with this nasty series? My boy, dude, I loved my boy Chris Sale wanted to do his thing last night when we didn't bet him.
Well, you mean you didn't bet him? Because I haven't bet him most of the season, so that's all you. Santiago's going. He's 7-5 with a 2.78 ERA. The Angels are 59-52 all around, 23-29 on the road. Rodon always reminds me of the monster. Always was up against Godzilla. That Rodon, remember that, guys? Yeah. Every time I see his name, that's all I think about. He's 4-4 with a 5.00 ERA, and the White Sox are 52-58 all around. 27-26 at home. Nasty game. I would expect the Angels are going to bounce back. Rodon is not good. Santiago is good. With a 2.7 ERA and only 7-5, so that's letting you know that he's been putting it down. If he could get a little bit of run support, he'd be having probably a stellar record. Angels need to get back to winning ways. White Sox generally are not all that. So let's see what happens tonight.
I think the Angels bounce back as well, dude.
Yeah, I do.
When I look at them minus 130, I could see why they're favored. I mean, Rodon has not been that good as of late either. Let me take a look at what he's done. Let's see. I remember this, dude. Versus Tampa Bay, this guy. I mean, Tampa. This 3 innings, 8 hits, 8 earned runs, brother.
Right.
I got to take the Angels, bro. Got to take the Halos. I think.
Yeah, I like the Angels in this spot, but I'm not getting involved.
I get it. I get it. I totally understand.
I don't love this matchup. I'll be honest with you. The Yankees I like, but I don't love this matchup right here. And like I said, I'm not that. Even though I like the Yankees, I'm not that crazy about them neither. So, hey, let's move on.
Let's keep it moving to the next one here, man. We have the Pittsburgh. Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, here you go.
Pittsburgh Pirates at the St. Lucia Cardinals. And too bad for Pittsburgh that they have to put Jeff Locke on the mound to start this series, huh?
Jeff Locke, you're saying he's dope right now. What you talking about?
No.
Major league pitcher. What you doing? Talking about some too bad.
Oh man, yeah. So is Rodin. He's a major league pitcher too.
Good comeback.
Jeff Locke versus Carlos Martinez. St. Lucia minus 160 with an under/over of 7 runs here, brother. Damn, if Locke wasn't on the mound, I would love to take an over. But since he is, I'm sorry, an under. But since he's on the mound, I can't mess with the under in this game. 7 runs. You know, St. Lucia, you know, that home, you know, that stadium out there is electric when they play out there, man. I can't mess with this. What do you got for ERAs on these guys?
We got Mr. Lock 'em Up with a 6-6 ERA, a 6-6 record with a 4.31 ERA. This game, though, it might not get played.
Where, in St. Louis?
It's in, yeah, because of Ferguson. I don't know what the situation is out there, but they did. I thought they had a state of emergency yesterday. They may have called in the National Guard, but they got some issues going on out there with some tension. Cops in the common folk again have seemed to gotten into it. So you guys have to pay attention. I don't know if this game's getting played tonight. Anyway. The Cardinals got Martinez on the mound. He's 11-4 with a 2.57 ERA. The Cardinals are 71-40 all around, 40-16 at home. The Pirates are 65-44, 26-26 on the road.
Stellar records between the two of these guys. I mean, Pittsburgh is 19 games over 500, and St. Lucia, dude, 31 games over 500. Wow. I wonder what their magic number is to make the playoffs.
You keep saying that.
I wonder. It's probably. I don't know, man. They probably got to win another 15, 20 games. St. Lucia is 11-5 straight up in the last 16 games at home. And when you look at Pittsburgh, they're 5-1 in their last 6 and 4-2 in the last 6 on the road. Guys, this is a game that you sit back and watch. I think St. Lucia can beat them and get the job done, especially with Martinez on the mound. I so want to take St. Lucia here, but they've beaten me up so many times, you know, like with the run lines and all that it's going to be a stomach ache. And I like the games that are more of a, 2-3 run decision. You know what I mean? So right. I'm probably going to watch this and kind of see how this series unfolds. I know both of these teams are probably going to bring their A game, Dream. Opposed to 150 games out of the 162 games, you know what I mean? So expect both of these teams to really have a really good game plan and try to get the job done here. The total's gone under in 6 of the last. Really bad in the last 3 games, man. I don't know. I'm gonna just kind of watch that one, I think, dude. The next one we have on the ticket is the Philadelphia Phillies at the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona coming off laying a smackdown on the Phillies, 13-3 last night, man. Philadelphia, David Buchanan. Arizona has Jeremy Hellickson. Arizona minus 170 with an under/over of 9. You think Arizona gets to 500 tonight, kid?
The Diamondbacks, I believe, gets to 500 tonight, brother. My man Hellickson's going 7-8, 5.06 ERA, which is really kind of dusty. The only thing that bright spot is that Buchanan is 2-6 with a 7.23 ERA. So they're sitting basically Buchanan out, and they're sitting Hellickson on there saying, "Hey guys, listen, can you guys get us through the game tonight?"
Please.
We're trying to do our fantasy football. We're all going to be looking at fantasy football books in the dugout, and we just want you guys to go out there and try to keep the game as easy as possible, so we can get this thing done as we get ready to pick our respective teams. Guys, football is almost here, and I can feel it. The Diamondbacks are 55-56 all around, 29-28 at home. The Phillies, as Hatter would tell you, the hottest team in baseball, 45-68. 45-68, the hottest team in baseball is 18-39 on the road. Buchanan's coming. I see the smack getting laid down, but Hatter might be taking the Phillies to win this series because hottest team in baseball?
No. I like this Arizona Diamondbacks team. I
Got
really
your
do.
Mike Schmidt jersey on.
I'm waiting for Arizona to be, to emerge over 500, dude. I mean, they're superior in every single statistical category I'm looking at, man. They're one game under, so if they win tonight, they will be at the 500 mark. Arizona, 11-5 in their last 16 games, and 5-1 in their last 6 at home. Philadelphia Phillies, 16-6 in their last 22, man. So I would expect the Phillies to steal a game at some point, Dream. But
no doubt.
I just don't know if it's this one, man. So I
wonder if they're gonna do Straight Outta Compton and Ferguson. Oh my God! I bet you they're not gonna let Straight Outta Compton flow on Friday in Ferguson. I just got a feeling that that's not gonna happen.
Are you gonna go on Friday?
Son, seriously?
I'm gonna wait till it comes out on on my TV.
Listen, man. Oh my God. Yo, I don't think they're gonna let him play Straight Outta Compton and Ferguson on Friday. I'll be real interested in if they let him do that.
Unbelievable, man.
Oh
Unreal.
My God.
Always controversy at the biggest show in the world. Let's see. We got Baltimore at Seattle. Baltimore, Chris Tillman. Seattle has Tawan Walker. Seattle minus 115 with an under-over of 7.5. What do you got here, brother?
Seattle is 52-61, 24-33 at home. They just don't like being home. I don't blame them sometimes. T. Walker is on the mound for them. He's 8-7 with a 4.67 ERA. The Orioles, on the other hand, are 57-54 all around. They are 25-34 on the road. And they have Tillman on the mound. He's 8-7 with a 4.36 ERA for Baltimore.
Yeah, Tawan Walker, man, he has not been that good this year, man. Versus Colorado. I mean, it wasn't that bad at Colorado in Coors Field, believe it or not. He's 7 in the third inning, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. I'm trying to see if he's faced Baltimore yet. He hasn't faced them since May. Got a little blown up, man. 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, but that was back in May. I don't know, man. I think Baltimore is the better team in this matchup. I'll be honest with you. Baltimore is 6-3 in their last 9 on the road. Offensively, they're a lot stronger, man. 4.39 runs a game versus Seattle 3.73. But when I take a look at this, I can't back Chris Tillman at all. Both pitchers have an over 4 ERA, guys. Total's going over in 5 of the last 7 Seattle games, and I don't know. I just don't really have an opinion on this, Dream. I got to be honest with you. Nasty game.
No doubt.
Nasty game. Let's see. 3 more on the ticket. We've got a couple of. I know, man. It's a long ticket today.
Endless.
We got. Well, you know what? Let's just skip right over this one because this one's pretty nasty. Cincinnati at San Diego. Cincinnati, Mike Lorenzen on the mound, and San Diego has Colin Rea. San Diego
are talking about getting people out of the crowd to pitch every inning. They're just going to pick a number of a ticket, and if you have it, come on down. They'll put you in a little Padre jersey, put you on the mound, and let you throw a couple.
Yeah, 7.5 runs is a total with a minus 120. San Diego is. Dude, just go through the respective ERAs, and then I'm going to move to the next ones that are actually relevant.
Ray's getting his first start as I had no numbers on him or got traded or whatever the situation is. Lorenzen is 3-7 with a 4.84 ERA. Reds 48-61 all around. Padres 53-60 all around. 25-28 at home, and the Reds are 21-35 on the road.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the next game because guys, these last 2 are actually relevant. We have the Washington Nationals coming off their beatdown of the L.A. Dodgers, Dream. Washington, Joe Ross. L.A. has Zach Greinke on the mound. Don't have a line here yet. I'm going to have to go to sportsbetterstv.com and see if I can find a line over there.
I got the Dodgers minus 162, the under-over of 6.5. The beatdown is over tonight. I don't think Greinke's getting beat down. 11-2 with a 1.71 ERA. Absolutely stellar. Ross is 3-3 with a 2.80 ERA, which isn't that shaky either. The Dodgers 62-50 at home. They are 37-19. The Nationals are 58-53 all around. They are 27-30 on the road. I like the Dodgers in this spot, but it's a little heavy to be taking them.
Play of the day, the Dodgers. Definitely.
I would think so, yeah.
You know, dude, you remember the Washington Nationals, guys, I don't have the list of elite pitchers that they've faced, but anytime they have a pitcher that they're facing that has a sub-2 ERA or close to 2, they don't score any runs whatsoever, man. I mean, we've talked about that for like 2 months, Dream.
Yep.
So I think the LA Dodgers get the job done here at home tonight, man. So I just don't know, minus 160. I'll get it down to a minus 1 and probably get it around even money, but I'm really, really feeling your Dodgers, bro.
Yep.
So, I know that it probably took you for a little surprise. You think I hate on them all the time, but I think in this matchup they get the job done, especially after Greinke came out and got blown up by the Phillies.
Well, the thing is the Dodgers, you got the Nationals going to the World Series and winning it as I remember recalling 3 to 4 weeks ago.
They may. They still may, brother. But, we'll see what happens. They gotta catch the damn Mets first, which is sad. That's really sad, man. I'll be honest with you. But the Mets are playing pretty good baseball in that NL East there. Let's go to the final one. We got Houston at San Francisco. Houston, Scotty Kazmir. San Francisco, Madison Bumgarner. San Fran minus 140 with an under-over of 6. And I got to be honest with you, Dream.
Oh, stop it.
The Houston Astros are continuing this road trip. They want to get home more than the Twins did, man.
Kazmir 6-6 with a 2.08 ERA. Hopefully he can stop the bleeding. I am not afraid of the Giants' bats, but Bumgarner is good at 12-6 with a 3.28 ERA. The Giants are 30-23 at home. That's 30-23 at home. The Astros are 23-34 on the road. And you're right, they do want to get home. Very interesting matchup, but I can't pick a side here.
No, definitely not, man. I mean, I think the Houston Astros on the road are like 2-14 or something in the last 16, something. On the road, came back home, and then they went, let's see, they lost 2 out of 3 versus Kansas City. They got swept by the Texas Rangers. They lost 3 out of 4 versus the Oakland A's. I don't know, man. I mean, they're putting one of their aces on the mound, Mr. Scotty Kazmir. It seems like they skipped over Keuchel for some reason in the rotation. But looking at this, Houston is 1-8 in their last 9 on the road as well, man. San Francisco, they just got beat up by the Cubs as well. So I think both of these teams kind of got their backs against the wall a little bit, Dream.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with this, but I don't know, man. Scotty Kazmir's been very, very good, but I just cannot back the Houston Astros on the road. I think the Giants beat them, but I'm not going to bet it. I love the Dodgers so much more than this game, dude. I'll be honest with you. Any opinion on your Houston Astros, Dream? You've been a little quiet with them.
No, I'm good with them. I've been quiet. I'm gonna go. I like them. I believe it or not, I like them to win this series. To be honest with you. But yeah, no, that's a heart play. I'm not betting it. I didn't recommend it. I'm not telling you guys to bet it at all. But I like them to bounce back because the Giants. I've never been impressed with their bats at all. So I'm thinking that the Astros can win this series, but I wouldn't bet it. But I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
I think the exact opposite way, man.
Of course, but you like the Phillies. You told me the Phillies was honestly baseball yesterday, so let me do me and you do you.
All right. Sounds good, guys. So, you got Scotty Kazmir on there. I say leave it alone. You know what I mean? Because if anything, I have to lean Giants, Dream, in this series.
Okay.
I really just how bad Houston has been. But hey, we'll go from there, guys. So that does it for the 15 games on the MLB card, Dream. Wow. A lot of games, a lot of action today. I know you're kind of exhausted from baseball.
A lot of games.
All right, man. So talk to me, man. You see anything whatsoever on your radar? You're looking at the Yankees, right?
The only thing that stood out to me that I really like was the Yankees. I do like the Yankees to bounce back, but as we had said prior, you don't jump till they get that win. So maybe you got to keep that in the back of your mind. That was the only thing I liked. There might be a couple of no-score first innings out there. I don't know. I'll maybe get a chance to look at it later. Got some stuff to do today. Not too much, but I'll get a chance. If I do something, I'll tweet it. I'll let you guys know what's up. But it's not looking like it's going to be anything significant. Probably an easy, another light day, if not a no play at all tonight.
All right. So, my favorite play of the day is the LA Dodgers minus 1 run. That's my favorite play of the day. I think that'll be even. It'll be minus 1 though. I'm not doing them 1.5.
Gotcha.
I don't. You know how I feel about a home team with a run line like that. you get 8 at-bats if you are in the lead throughout the entire game, going into the ninth inning. So when I take a home team, I usually do the -1. So that's what I'm going to do. So worst case scenario, if they win the game and, it's a push with the -1. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do Zach Greinke and the LA Dodgers to bounce back over the Washington Nationals, -1 run. The rest of the games, I'm going to probably fall back and watch. When you got Texas versus Minnesota, you don't really know what the outcome's going to be. Pittsburgh, St. Lucia as well. I think St. Louis beats Pittsburgh, but I'm not going to mess with that. That's just a lean. And let's see. If the game gets played, obviously Matt Harvey should take care of business versus Colorado, but the juice is just too heavy for me. And I'm looking at the LA Angels. I may get involved with that with Hector Santiago on the mound. But that's pretty much it, man. That's going to do it, Dream. So what you got, man?
Hey, guys, I did make a couple of jokes about the Ferguson situation, which is not really that funny considering that in the 2015, we have that travesty going on right now. If anybody caught that the wrong way, just want to say it was a little bit of joke, maybe not, just bright. You know how I do. I'm a clown so much. But, it is a pretty serious situation out there. The only thing I will say is, it does start at home, especially for me, with raising my kids. It starts at home with a little bit of respect factor. It will definitely be, listen, if a cop pulls you over, pull over, be respectful as possible,
right,
and do what he says. We can deal with the aftermath of him being a jerk or being an idiot or being whatever. We could deal with that. Once you come home, we could go down to the police department. We could file a complaint. We could do whatever we have to do. But there's a system in place, and you need to adhere to it. And just because you might not necessarily agree with it or it's not going your way, it's obviously not worth putting your life in your hands and being disrespectful. And that's my only view on that. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm not siding with no parties. All I'm saying is at my house, what I'm teaching my guys is, if you get pulled over, just do what the guy says.
Exactly.
Be respectful as possible.
Right.
We'll deal with the aftermath afterwards. That being said, I want to thank everybody for listening in. I want to thank everybody for retweeting the show. I got my man OJFB out there, Frank Vincalato, LA Whiz Kids, Direct Sports Solution. Good morning to you, brother. Thank you so much for your help and support as always. Clown Man Swag. We got the Niner Nation 808. Super Mario Locks, Holiday, King of Spreads, Total Sports Edge, JDH24, Jason Riley, KMBU, Slick Rick, Jordy Best, Yippa82, Mo Abernathy, J Cass, JCG Rose, Tip Talker, my man Pete for Prez Doc, Benjamin Rowe, Lucas Wilbanks, Buddy the Dog, Tay, Gamlu, Marlon, MG86, Joseph Del Rosario, Snoopy Betts, Michelle Sports X, Vegas Girl 92661, C. Rodriguez Jr., Rick Lopez, The Moneyline Hunter, Irvin, Chai Picks, Ciroc King J, Christos, Face Kicker, Sin City Maverick, Lone Star Ombre, Heavy 365, The Canadian Capper, and Big Splee Picks. Guys, I am the Dream. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guys, take a look at our Instagram pages. We got the Dream going ham on his with the SBTVNation _FF. That stands for Freaky Friday. Dream, you have some really nice talent on there, man. I got to give it to you. I love getting tagged on all that. As soon as I see it, I'm like, oh, nice. And we got the SBTV Sports Bettors TV Instagram page as well. That's been flying high as well, guys. Along with all the other social media outlets, you know where to find us, especially on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the whole package. We love you to death, guys. Go easy. Do your own homework. Bet your own plays. Make all your dreams a reality and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.